Well, got my equipment. Got my car very, very slightly tricked out. Yeah, I guess that magnet will hold. So I took these Avery magnet sheets and then I sprayed them with Goo Gone and let them sit overnight, which resulted in this. Then I took these Ghostbusters adhesive stickers and with some judicious cutting, I ended up with this. And I got my outfit, now with hose. Oh, GNDN. And the boots, which I'm wearing, not Beckman style. Hold on. I put it right next to a radiator. What could possibly go wrong? Let's see. I hope you'll forgive the awkward angle here, and it almost looks like I have a sunroof there, doesn't it? But I had wanted to do a video before seeing the movie discussing some of the, I feel, unfair criticisms that people are giving it. People are basing way too, that's a little better. People are basing way too much on the trailer, and you can't really tell from the trailer. I mean, some people think, well, it's all one-liners. Have you seen the trailer for the 1984 film? That is, well, it's not all one-liners, but then again, the 2016 one isn't. It's just as much all one-liners. If you're going to use that term to describe the one, then it really describes the first one as well. And of course, people are also, well, that's really the big problem. Most people are basing just everything on the trailer, and some of them aren't even saying that. Some of them are saying it, some of them implying it. Others, I think they think that the movie is going to be exactly like the trailer, because that always happens, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry, I gotta see what speed I'm driving. There we go. Another criticism I heard is that it's all a bunch of Saturday Night Live people. You mean it's Saturday Night Live with Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, Bill Murray. Belushi would have been in the film if he hadn't died, and Slimer was apparently loosely based on him. Actually, I wish I would have kept better track. I'd like to actually cite my sources, but of course I didn't pay much attention to that. At least one person said, it's just like the other movie, they're in a firehouse. No, they're not. The firehouse does make a cameo in the trailer, and if I may fall into the speculation trap for just a moment, I wouldn't be surprised if the firehouse's appearance in the film is equally short, but it's definitely a Chinese restaurant. I don't know. I will be glad once I've seen the film. Then at least then I can stop avoiding spoilers. Then I can form my own opinion. Hopefully, other people will do the same. I do give props to James Rolfe, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd. He said, in effect, that he has too much of an attachment to the original film and its spin-offs, and therefore he would not be able to objectively judge the new film, so he is not going to see it, and after this video, he's not going to say any more about it, and he says a few other things, and some people have called him a misogynist, claiming that, well, the real reason is because they're women, and see, he hates women. If you hate something that has women in it, it automatically... You know the drill. Actually... some people have defended him as well, and of course, Brad Jones, the cinema snob, did a hilarious parody. I'll link that in the description if I can remember. Warning, not safe for work. Contact lenses because of 3D glasses. I wish I hadn't watched that Gadgets trailer, because I'm wondering if maybe they have too many gadgets, too many different weapons, something more for a sequel, or if this had been a sequel, then, well, we'll see. I will see it in a little over an hour and a half, so... I'll probably pull out the camera and get a little footage of myself suiting up there. Now I should really keep my... Oh, let's see. Speed limit 45. I am going 65. So maybe it's time to pay more attention to the road. Cruise control can't do everything. Just like those self-driving cars, right? Well, I made a pit stop at Snappy's for some caffeine, and, well... going to make magnetic stickers out of regular stickers. I need stronger magnetism or something. This one's still there. But for how long? Oh, right, key. That's the aforementioned busy highway. That's a convention center up on the hill, which you can't see because I'm framing this really badly. And there it is. Gotta say, it's kind of impressive. Even if Big D kind of sucks. And the theaters aren't really soundproofed, so you can... And they have the combination ticket counter and concession stand so that the line is unnecessarily, yeah. Anyway, there it is again. I'm going to turn my camera off now. And also I wonder if the light going on was really such a good idea. Yeah, I should pay attention to the road. This is framed so well, isn't it? Let's see. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. I hate that particle thrower. Showing you moted. This is the most undramatic, dramatic reveal I've ever done. And I've done some really I really need to fix this hose. A lot of hose problems. Well, now I'm waiting for the theater to let people in. Apparently they're still cleaning. Maybe I'll sit in the lower tier if that's an option. Because the upper tier definitely was a bad choice. I drew the diagram, right? I probably shouldn't be doing this, but the movie's supposed to start in about 12 minutes. I appear to be the only one in the theater, and look at this. Yeah, and she says something about theater 3, and yeah, so... maybe it's been moved somewhere else because there's something wrong with the projector and they don't know how to turn it off for some reason. Oh boy. Will I get a partial refund? Because I paid extra to see it in Big D. And actually this seat is pretty good. It might have something to do with the fact that I'm wearing my Proton Pack, so it's propping me up a bit more than normal. Oh boy. Well, I went out, and it does say it's a 9:50 showing is in this theater. Hopefully they'll fix this problem. Yeah, when I was here months ago, the movie started late. See, this is the problem when you just have it all automated and you don't have somebody actually in the projection booth.
It's a new breed of reality series.
Well, they finally got the projector fixed, but, well... It's midnight 30 right now, in a large part because they had that trouble. And, I don't mind trailers. Well, some I do, but what's with the advertising? I mean, I paid. I don't want to remember how much I paid. Do you really need to subsidize that with advertising? Yes, of course they do. Okay, potential spoilers ahead, so now I don't have to worry about what I'm going to say. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either, really. Actually, better at that, I think. The big problem was it wasn't nearly funny enough. I chuckled several times, and I laughed out loud rarely. This is a remake of one of the funniest films ever. In fact, I rewatched that film yesterday. I still laughed out loud multiple times, and Ghostbusters 2, which, as I've said, I do actually like, though not we did that. And partially that might be, I discussed something with a couple who were there. They actually liked it, and yeah, it might be a little bit because a lot of the gags actually were spoiled by the trailers. But then again, I mean, the original film, I know all the jokes, but I still laughed. Well, I guess maybe I'd forgotten them. It has been a couple of years, but still, yeah, I don't think that's, well, that might be part of it, but that's not enough. That's. Even if the jokes hadn't been spoiled by the trailers, I still would only have laughed out loud a few times. And one of those times was Bill Murray's cameo. That would have been funny even if it hadn't been from someone who was in the original film. And Kevin would have been very funny in a film with a different tone, but his incredible stupidity clashes with the otherwise relatively realistic tone of the film. Same with the mayor. How did that guy get elected? I mean, could there really be some explanations of how that guy could get elected? Both characters are impossibly stupid for the tone of the film. Yeah. Sorry I didn't rip it a new one or anything. Oh, by the way, Big D, well, it worked a little better, I think in part because I didn't sit as high, and in part because for part of the film I was wearing a proton pack, which forced me to sit up. After a while it got too uncomfortable, I took it down, it didn't work quite as well. Also, 3D didn't, maybe if I'd sat at least one row closer. 3D, you have to sit fairly close to the screen, although it was also a conversion. I remember I used to go to 3D movies and amusement parks, and stuff would pop out of the screen, and nowadays it doesn't do that. Do they just not do that? Or does it have to be more specialized, and they don't specialize? I don't know. Maybe somebody can answer in the comments. So, disappointing. But at least I didn't expect a really bad movie and then think I loved it because it didn't meet my expectations of just how bad it would be. I mean, it wasn't Jumper, but it also wasn't... it wasn't very fun. It was kind of like the Coneheads movie. That should have been a lot funnier. Just too bad. Although if you do go see it, well, I don't think I have to tell you this, but stick around until the film is completely over. Slight spoiler, there's a tag. I really didn't spoil much, did I? A few additional things. One is, there weren't that many people there. And, I mean, maybe it's just because it was late at night and there will be more people for a matinee, but I'm a little curious how attendance figures will turn out to be. Also, a few people had Ghostbusters t-shirts, or some little girls had Ghostbusters t-shirts with a little bow and the ghost. That was kind of cute. No other cosplayers, of course. And one thing I did like was that the characters were not direct analogs to the quote-unquote classic Ghostbusters. Why pretend the quote? Why add the quotes? Classic Ghostbusters. And I was a little worried when I first saw a cast photo. I thought, wait a minute, she looks like Egon. In fact, she looks like cartoon Egon, and she looks a bit like Ray, and, well, now that I've got the context, she looks kind of like Peter, and would it be racist to say she looks like Winston? I mean, in the context, I'm not racist, I just convincingly play one on stage sometimes. And I also liked the firehouse gags. Guess that's a bit of a spoiler there. Ow. I ended up with this.